Everybody's all heard Jeff Foxworthy do the "you might be a redneck" jokes, but I'm going to do some that certify that you are definitely a redneck. Here you go. If you have a perfectly functioning radio, but you never actually turn it on because you're always trying to listen and figure out where that weird noise on your truck's coming from, you are definitely a redneck. If you have ever traded a perfectly good hound dog for 2 cases of Busch Light and 4 used tires, you are definitely a redneck. If you have the song name or song lyrics by Hank Williams Jr. or Leonard Skinner tattooed somewhere on your body, you are definitely a redneck. If you have ever been kicked out of Goodwill for stealing, you are definitely a redneck. If you yourself or anyone that you've ever made love to has 2 first names, Bobby Ray, Sherry Lynn, you are definitely a redneck. If you and your neighbor get in a big argument because he caught you in his shed stealing the spark plugs out of his lawn equipment and he decides to retaliate by flattening the tire on your house, you are definitely a redneck. If you have ever given anyone alcohol and scratch-offs as a birthday gift, and one of the scratch-offs is scratched off and the alcohol is open, you are definitely a redneck. If you have ever went into a courtroom and you have addressed the judge as your highness, you are definitely a redneck. If your stepsister, your baby mama, and your ex-wife is all the same person, you are definitely a redneck. If your front tooth is missing and you came into enough money to get it replaced, but instead you went and bought a 1986 Chevrolet Camaro, you're definitely a redneck. If you show up to your own wedding in blue jeans and a freshly brand new used pair of boots that you won in a poker game, you are definitely a redneck. If you have ever given your significant other a firearm or large container of chewing tobacco as an anniversary gift, you are 100% a certified redneck.